Hi, I'm Phil Constantine. On this episode of Travels with Phil, we are going into the desert to see Ajo, Arizona. Let's take a look around. You can see the city up toward the top there. In the center, we have the new Cornelia mine. Up in the upper right, we have the tailings from that mine, some of the tailings. And we also have the Ajo Scenic Loop Road. We're going to look at all of these as we tour around this area. You can see here basically where it is between San Diego, El Paso, south of Phoenix. So let's go over to the new Cornelia mine. It's 1.5 miles wide. It's about 1,100 feet deep. Indigenous people, Spaniards, and Americans have been extracting mineral wealth from this area for a long time, centuries. And it's produced over 6 billion pounds of copper. Travels with Phil continues March the 10th. I am in Ajo, Arizona, just a little bit north of the Mexican border, north of Organ Pipe National Monument, south of Gila Bend, and west of Tucson, I guess. And this is the main reason why there's still a town here, or was a town here. The big Ajo open pit mine. They went after copper, silver, gold, and molybdenum. That's a pretty big spot. See that big shade thing down there in the bottom of the pit. Got a nice visitor center here. Some old stuff. Slightly different views, broken glass like you see everywhere. And just remember, if you're coming out here, watch out for snakes. Let's take a look at the Ajo Scenic Loop Trail. This is a brochure provided by the Ajo Chamber of Commerce. Has lots of good information on it. The trail is over 10 miles long, with about 7.5 of that being on dirt road. You can see examples of the Sonoran Desert, Ocotillo cactus on the left there, saguaro, Organ Pipe cactus, all very impressive. Certain times of year, if you get out there when it's blooming, can be beautiful when the flowers bloom. Doesn't happen all the time, but rain does occasionally come through. And you'll see other videos I have from the Goldwater Range, which has some really nice flowers too. But at night, excellent scenery with clear skies. Just beautiful. This is a slow panorama that I did where you can see the cactus, the surrounding mountains, the scrubland, the brush, the desert area, some of the tailings from the mine here, just the leftovers. And again, this gives you an idea. This is not a very green area. You're not going to see lots of grass and lots of trees growing out here. This is definitely the Sonoran Desert. So let's go over to those tailings. The tailings have a volume of 7.5 billion cubic feet. It's just absolutely enormous. One listing says, while it's not actually a dam, it would make the world's largest dam. Just all of the material is pulled out of here and then just piled up in the surrounding areas. The town was developed because of the mines. You can see over the overhead look here and see how big the tailings are in the upper right. And this is the road that goes through there. You can see some of the parts where it's worn down. And then the Historical Society Museum has some really nice examples of what life was like in the varying times. You can see it here related to the pit, some of the information about it, some of the old tool shops, what it would be like to be in a house in the area, and what the pit looked like. And so let's look at the city of Ajo itself. It's got about 3,000 people in it, give or take a little bit. As you drive in from the north, you see the big A in the mountains, a couple of signs inside the town. I was there when they're having a street festival, which was very nice. It gets over 100 degrees high in the summer, so it's a bit warm during the summertime, but the rest of the time of the year is very nice. And finally, a view over the town with this drone video from Mike Barkley. Thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate you letting me use this. So it's an interesting town out there in the southern Sonoran Desert of Arizona. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please feel free to make comments below as long as the language is family friendly. And if you like this video, please click on the thumbs up button below.
You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the circle with my picture in it in the lower right-hand corner of the video. The arrow is pointing at it now. And once you have subscribed, you can be notified of when I have a new video posted by clicking on the bell icon in the description field below the video. Thanks again for watching.